we just did a story about the 45 Jamaicans that were rejected, sent out to sea by the administration that is now. And now, we won't have to worry about if Portugal is prejudiced or racist or how they're going to be treating them, because they will not be entering Portugal. Those 45 Jamaicans were rejected. Alright, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. Listen, so today the Jamaica Gleaner says, and this is an update for all the people who, on the last video you saw me get a little bit heated, and people are saying stuff like, SouFlo, don't let them get on your nerves or under your skin, or don't let them get you upset. That's the thing though. A lot of you not finding a reason to be upset when you need to have a reason. You need to be upset sometimes at certain things. It's not everything that you can just take and just, oh well. There's a time for everything. There's a time for peace. There's a time for war. There's a time to be upset. And then there's a time where you just chill and you deal with something smoothly. Right now, man, I feel like that's the time where I needed to be upset. Seeing all the ignorant comments that were siding with these people who worship politicians more than they actually hold them accountable. So, the headline today in the Gleaner out of Jamaica says, rejected again. And they said rejected again because this ain't the first time. Their own home country rejected them and sent them out to sea. And now they're being rejected again. And they're being rejected now from Portugal. Alright? And this was published Monday 13th, 2020. You can go read it for yourself in the Gleaner. Shout out to the Jamaica Gleaner. It's the last thing they had hoped for. 2 rejections is in as many weeks. But that's the reality for the group of 45 heartbroken Jamaican ship workers who are among hundreds aboard the Marella Discovery 2, which has now been denied docking in Portugal. Just over a week ago, the Jamaicans were also refused landing in Kingston amid restrictions because, you know, Kingston closed down her ports. Nobody can come in and all that other stuff. So we spoke about this before and we said we thought this was wrong because under these conditions, considering what's been happening around us globally, any country should not be allowed to reject its citizens at this particular point. If you are a citizen and you were abiding by all the travel restrictions, whatever, then you should definitely be let in. Jamaica could have easily made room to accommodate these 45. So I found a very informative channel that I want to share with everybody.
All we have to do is just share the food now. You can have a look on the boiled dumplings and the potatoes.
This channel on YouTube called Chairs and Benches.
Hi guys, welcome to Chairs and
Benches.
2 of the favorite videos of mine on their channel so far. There's one that talks about how to make it to Canada as an international student.
for your road to Canada. Alright, so disclaimer though guys, we are not immigration lawyers, we're not agents, we're not sponsored. So that's why we need you guys to share this video, because we're just doing this from the willingness of our hearts. We did go through this process before and we made a lot of mistakes, so we want to prevent you guys from making the same mistakes. So we're gonna make this video very clear, very simple. We're even gonna add screen recordings to show you guys exactly how to use the websites and how it looks. So we'll give you guys all the tips and all the tricks, all the things you guys should be aware of before coming, so that way you guys will have a smooth transition into Canada.
And these sisters have actually done this step by step. They'll walk you through it. So talk about sharing the blueprint with your own people. What I like about the channel is the quality of the videos. Very high quality videos. Go check out the channel, Chairs and Benches.
I'm Nayoka, and today we will be bringing you a different kind of video. It will be on immigration. So we decided to go out and interview Canadian residents on their opinions on immigration.
I think that everybody has a right to come here, you know.
Lots of Canadians are very inviting and welcoming to immigrants. We do have some negative experience, like my friend Bradley experienced this here in Nova Scotia on that same day.
Tell me about your master's in science, fucking education, boys. In my fucking...
And in the meantime, while you're over there, subscribe to Chairs and Benches. I'm gonna be over there to see if I see my audience saying SouFLoTV sent you. I'm very impressed with the channel, to say the least, and that's the reason why I'm actually sharing the channel with you. It's called Chairs and Benches. Click the link in the description. Down there, sir. Just click the link. Click the link. Click the link. Stop. Go over to their channel. Subscribe. And tell them say SouFLoTV sent you. Alright? Don't forget to know. Tell them say SouFLoTV sent you. They were in Jamaica. And now they're all the way over in Portugal and being rejected. Remember, these people have been at sea now for over a month now. Over a month now. It was almost a month when they first saw land, and now they are back, and then they went back to sea for a whole week, and now Portugal says no, and they're back at sea again. I'm telling you, this brings back, I don't know if it's memories, but this is reminiscent of the whole transatlantic slave trade BS. I feel so bad, said the mother of one of the Jamaicans yesterday after learning of this development. The woman whose name has been withheld said that the misfortune has renewed the pain she felt 2 Thursdays ago when the Jamaicans were denied landing in Kingston. A lot of people have been asking, SouFLo, where are they? What are they doing now? Do you know what condition they're in? Were they accepted into Portugal? Are they going to be processed as refugees? What's their status? Here's the status. They are not accepted in. They are still at sea. I'm going to talk about what I think the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, needs to do at the moment. Let me say this before I go any further though. I noticed that all the powerful voices out of Jamaica are not saying anything about this. I noticed that everybody with a platform isn't even mentioning this. It's funny because I don't know if these people are looking for accolades from suit and tie. I don't know if they're the type, they seem to be the type that like worship people in position of authority. Yes, Andrew Holness, watch my channel, you know, honorable bro God and all this. So whatever he says goes. So it's like worship him or perish. That kind of mentality. And I'm not one of those. I am neither for PNP or JLP. I am for Jamaican people. Okay? I don't have a dog or pony in this fight or race that they call the political thing. I saw 2 videos recently, Junior Gong Marley, one of them, and Buju Banton, the other one, and they were saying how we should donate to help financially with our frontline fighters, which is like our nurses and doctors and nurses aid and all the people in the medical field that are frontline in this thing right now, right? Okay, I agree with that. But we need big celebrities to come out and talk about how to draw out their audience to donate now for frontline workers, right? The country is on lockdown. Jamaica is dealing with 72 cases of this thing. And you use big stars like Damien Jr. Gong Marley and big star like Buju Banton to talk about donate. I want to hear big stars like Buju Banton and Damien Jr. Gong Marley say bring these 45 home. That's what I want to hear. Bring these 45 home. We only have 72 confirmed cases of this coronavirus thing in Jamaica. Okay? Spain has 169,510 confirmed cases and growing. They have so far 17,614 deaths from this. So you're sending these people and now they are on their way to the UK. The UK has 88,621 cases of this. with over 11,000 deaths. Jamaica has 72 cases, 4 deaths. None of the 45 people, Jamaicans on board that were rejected, that keep sailing from place to place looking for somewhere to dock, none of them have been reported to have this thing. Okay? And here they are, getting sent everywhere where it's a real issue. Not saying it's not a real issue in Jamaica, but I'm saying I would rather for them to be home. They would rather for them to be home. Their families would rather for them to be home. Jamaicans in their home, and they don't turn them back, said the woman who is in her 70s. She said, the woman whose name has been withheld said that this misfortune has renewed the pain that she felt 2 Thursdays ago when the Jamaicans were denied landing in Kingston. She said that Jamaica is their home and they should not have been turned back. Since then, it has been a daily struggle for the retiree, which is the mom, to cheer up her husband at home and their other daughter hundreds of miles away on the sea. I am depending on the Lord for them, she said. Well, I've seen many people cry and pray, fast and pray some more, and say they're depending on the Lord, and I didn't see the Lord show up. I didn't see their situation get better. Matter of fact, I saw it get worse. I'm not doubting prayer at this moment, because if it's going to comfort the mother who's in her 70s, then let that be what comforts her, right? I'm not here to judge anybody religion or talk down on anybody religion. What I'm here to say is voices need to be lifted in unison in support of these 45. I don't care who wants to say this was right. I don't have any time for any idiot on my platform to even leave such a comment. This is one of those videos where, listen, I didn't build a platform so I can sit around and argue with people. I didn't build a platform so I can read disrespect or, oh, SouFlo is a big idiot. No, that's one of the comments I saw last night in my comment section. This particular subject, there's no room for disagreement. There's no room for disagreement on this one. It was wrong. They should have never been sent out to sea. They could have been quarantined at home right there. And it would have been the end of that story, right? Alright. This latest action of the government adds to a troubling trend where Jamaican citizens are abandoned on foreign soil without assistance. As was the experience with our fishermen who were treated as slaves and left to the whim and fancy of others. Our students in China who made their appeal on social media for assistance in returning home and they were told to stay there. And our hotel workers who arrived in transit into Barbados but were abandoned at the Grantley Adams International Airport, said Jackson. This was on April 2nd when this ship arrived in Kingston. It refueled. It had time to refuel. It refueled. It waited for hours for docking clearance, and it left a day later. No response came from the government as to can these people get off and come home. So the government basically said, and somebody asked me, them said, SouFlo, were they told no, or was there simply no response? There are more than one ways to say no. Okay? There's more than one ways to say no. So by them simply not responding, that was a no. Everything is locked. We're not answering you. If you come to knock at my house door and I don't answer the door, it simply means you were denied entry. The other way to know you would be denied entry is if I was to open the door or answer from behind the door and say, go away. Or I could simply just not answer the door and not have to open the door. It's funny how these people are more aligned with politics and their political leaders that they worship so much more than how they are actually about the betterment of life on the island of Jamaica in itself. So much so that they will jump up to praise an administration that makes a big blunder like this. I mean, come on, man. What part of this looks like it's right to you? What part of this looks like it's right to you? Last week, Prime Minister Andrew Holness declined to answer to say whether the government would be seeking to assist the 45 Jamaica ship workers. Why did he decline to answer? However, he said that the government was considering the controlled re-entry of Jamaicans overseas who would be subject to mandatory state quarantine. The controlled re-entry. Okay, whatever you have to do, boss. Holness said that the returnees would also be expected to contribute to the bills for the hotels where they would be held. So he's talking about a mandatory quarantine once you come in. The 45 that were on the ship were all ready to be quarantined. They just wanted to be off the doggone ship and be home. So hold on there. So these hotels are not making any money right now, right? Because everything is on lockdown. So here's a way to make money off of these people, off of people suffering. First of all, I've said this. It's just like going in the army. When it comes time for war, everybody is all proud. I'm so proud my son joined the army. And then they said, we're going off to war. People are dying in this war. And now you're fretting and worrying. Oh God, God, please keep him safe. And you chose to join the army and you celebrated that decision, right? You never know, so a gunshot will go fly and he will have to duck, dive, dodge, shoot back, kill other people too and all these things, right? I've never seen rich people, children, join the army and go off to war. They simply won't. They don't have to. A poor people picnic join the army looking for a better way. Maybe this will help me expedite my citizenship. Then I can get some money for the GI Bill and I can use that to send myself to university and graduate in the field of what I actually really want to study. Or I could go to school first, join the officer corps, go in, they pay for my 4 years of college, I get my BA, I get out, and I do the 4 years back and pay the military back. That's how you find us in there. Rich people picnic, that for them, their schooling is already planned and paid for from their like 2-3 years old or even before they were born. So they don't have to worry about that stuff. It's the same way you won't find rich people children on a ship out to sea for months, bussing, waitering, cleaning rooms, doing laundry, all this other stuff that keeps the ship maintained while people go on their grand cruises. So in short, a poor people picnic out there. So it was nothing to tell them, no, you can't come in when they landed. It was nothing to ignore them. I not answer the phone call, let them stay there. The thing lock, the ship is going to go, make the ship go with them. I guarantee you, if I did some of those kind of people, and you know what I mean, if one of theirs was on that ship, that whole 45 would have came home. I'm not asking. That's how we do things. Okay? When classism rears its ugly head, and that's what Jamaica is known for. It's known for mostly classism, more so than racism. But anyhow, this whole thing about the hotels them now make no money right now because the tourism industry get a lick right now. You understand? So everything is on pause right now. So what other way to make some money from the hotel? Use the hotels to quarantine people and make the people then pay the hotel for their stay there. Alright, so you know what? I understand if they say, oh, we're working with limited resources, so this is what we have to do. It's all good. I think at this point, these people just really want to go home, so they don't even care. I would prefer to spend all my little money in the hotel paying for my quarantine. At least I am on my own home soil. And I know, say, after the quarantine done, I can go to my yard down there and go see my mom and my dad and my sister and my brothers and eat some good food and be around my family. So I'm not fighting down that one, but I'm just thinking about how they are exploiting. It's like hand sanitizer, a bottle of it for $5, $5 US. When before this thing happened, we could get a bottle of hand sanitizer for $1. Toilet paper in Walmart for $10 for the pack. And they not selling the cheap toilet paper anymore. Everybody pretends that those are no longer manufactured. And just the expensive pack will cost $10 for some toilet paper now. And those are limited, so you better get them fast before they go. So when we used to buy $1 pack of toilet papers, now we're buying $10 pack of toilet papers. It's the same principle is being applied here. Andrew Holness said that the returnees would also be expected to contribute to the bills for the hotels where they would be held. Alright. So I'm going to help the hotel industry make some money, because that's what it's all about for them. It's about making some money. Hotels are not free, he said. Neither are the meals, he said. The Prime Minister said during a virtual press briefing at Jamaica House. And boy, can I tell you, the comments are something else. Callous behavior and dehumanizing indifference is what one person said. Callous behavior and dehumanizing indifference. That's the only comment that's over here so far. And everybody over here is agreeing. Callous behavior and dehumanizing indifference. Let me close this video out by saying what exactly needs to happen here. Because I'm not only pointing finger at the problem. I think the solution is visible for all to see. The solution is this. Andrew Holness, listen, sir. Now is the time for you to man up and really shine, okay? Now is the time, but I guess you're probably secured in your position already, and you're pretty sure of your re-election, because they worship you so much that, and that's the game of the people. That's the people. They are the majority of them. You just have to come out dressed nicely and round up your words a bit and speak with some big word here and there every now and then next thing you know is, oh, look at me, good up, Prime Minister, yeah, voting time come. Now, sir, is the time for you to shine on the international stage, okay? Where everybody else can see you perform in stellar, top shape. Find a way to get those 45 people home. Them dep on the sea, a bata. They are going from place to place after being rejected from their own homeland. Find a way to get them home. Lock them in the hotel and quarantine them. That's what should have been done, but now it's too late to talk about what should have been done because it's gone already. Here's what can be done. Find a way to get them home. Assist them in getting home. Get them home. Get the 45 home. That's all. And take it from there. Leave your comments in the comment section below at SouFLoTV. I'm out, and stay tuned for the other video where we talk about immigration as far as this whole thing goes. You don't want to miss that one. Alright? Peace.